And we are live around the world,
Woohoo!
except for on Instagram. But I can fix that, maybe.
Maybe.
There we go. And now,
Now we're live.
well,
Oh,
Instagram is not cooperating, so we're just gonna go ahead and I'll keep clicking that button, and eventually, maybe it'll
it'll
go live.
double.
There it
There we go.
goes. Now it's live. Hey, look at that. We are
Woo!
live everywhere we're supposed to be live now. All it takes is
All
me knowing
right.
what I'm doing, which is a day-to-day struggle. Welcome, everyone, to episode 88 of Slurp Toast, a podcast. I believe we can go back in time now,
Okay then.
or at least Back to the Future. Uh,
Okay.
what's up, man? I'm just playing around here. Stupid new hat. Um,
No, we're fine. Fine. It's been a bad couple of days. Rough
oh,
days.
what's going
We
on?
we had a problem with software, and it took 2 days for the company to resolve the software. And I wrote the line into the email saying, "Get on it. You are listed as the senior account executive. Execute something."
Nice.
But then one of my coworkers was trying to talk me out of it because it was just a little snarky and a little mean. And
And
so yeah, and I told him, he's like, don't do that. I go, it's been 2 days. Your department can't work. It's time, as they would say, be nice until it's time not to be nice anymore.
Roadhouse.
Yes.
It's my
Look,
it's my guiding principle in life, right there. Be nice until it's time to not be nice. I need a
and,
sign in my office.
and so he's like, I don't know, man. He goes, that's pretty rough. But in response to that email, we got the guy's boss, his boss's boss, the head of customer service, and the
Wow.
head.
So it had the desired result.
Because I go there, goes, dude, look at all these. If you look at all these contacts we got, and I was like, yeah, and you didn't want me to be this way. I even told him, I go, look, man, I go, I'm going to go in like this. When they call you back because they won't talk to me, you tell them, hey, man, this is what I got to deal with. My department's offline. That guy has to answer to ownership. He is livid pissed right now. You've got to help me out.
I like livid pissed, by the way.
Um, he goes, so I'm going to be good cop. I'm like, yeah, and I'm going to be psychotic cop.
I'm gonna be Mel Gibson.
But yeah, we got we shook the cage and got everything resolved.
So which software? Not what type of software? Let's not throw any companies under the
Under
bus,
the
I guess.
bus, it helps us cost jobs.
Oh, so nothing
Yeah,
important.
nothing important. Nothing important if you want to try and put a number together to win a job, and the software you use to do that is offline
For 2 days.
for 2
Yikes.
days. Oh yeah,
Did y'all lose out on any bids as a result?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
We're
Not
doing.
not sad for you, but that you could steamroll them with that. I mean,
That's what I did. Yes, I got to get people to counting and costing. Was another one. I'm trying to make it into the bitch note Hall of Fame. Trying to elevate the game from just you motherfuckers are worthless to something truly bordering on art.
I have faith that you will get there. If nothing else, I believe you would take enough pride in your work to get there. I have confidence in that.
We got into it with, and Kristen is always like, you don't have to be like that. I go, That's not the opening salvo, right? That's like after the 6th or 7th attempt at resolution when
Sure.
you're just spinning your wheels. We had one where I called. I got the same account rep twice, like the customer service rep. I was like, "Is this you again?" He goes, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, fuck.
That call continued to spiral out of control until he said, "Look, I am trying to do my best." And I very quietly and very quickly go, "Oh, I didn't know. Do you want a gold star?" He goes, "What?" I go, "Do you want a gold star? My kid, when she tries her best, she gets a gold star at school. Would you like one of those?"
It's even worse when you're quiet too. That's I find that to be far more effective. Is when you sound like you're on the verge of hunting down their family, right?
And then you
Not
stop and you
yelling at
switch
them, but
gears.
you're just like, "Here's what I need to have happen," and you're not facilitating, and your lack of ability is impinging on my ability to do my job. It's costing me money. It just
Mhm.
like, but monotone as fuck. It just
When you
like
when
scares
you
them.
take yes, when you take the emotion out, like, especially after you've almost called them the most worthless motherfucker you've ever met, and then you just switch that gear down.
It's given some of the motherfuckers I know you've met. That's saying something, right?
Oh god, I had one they were screwing up our phone service, and I mean, it was day after day, and it's like the 4th day. I finally go, "Okay." She goes, "Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?"
Oh,
"Let's" I go, "Before we go with that, do you have the notes on the account?" And she goes, "Yes." I go, "Do me a favor, read through them real quick." She goes, "No, no, no." I go, "No, no, no. Do me a favor because I need you to know who you're talking to." So she's reading him and reading him and reading him, and here I go, "Uh-oh." I go, "Does it mention me by name?" She's like, "Are you so and so?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, I am." And she goes,
You're-
"I I'm gonna get my manager."
Run for the hills. Run for your life.
Jesus Christ. One, they kept swapping us around from agent to agent to agent to agent, and they made the circle twice. And, and they said something about, "Well, I want you to follow or learn this." And I go, "Oh, before we go any further, I'm going to teach you a phrase. Are you ready? Okay, here you go. Are you ready? Here it is. It's called circle jerk." Which goes, "What does that mean?" I go, "That means that you pass me around and jerk me off, and I never get your result."
And she went home and cried that night.
All I'm saying is that sometimes you just have to elevate that game. And if you can do it with just a sense of style, I think is really what I'm saying. And again, this is not the opening. This is like
Oh,
5 or
I
6 calls in.
understood. I totally get it. Yes, you know I've been there. You know I
Oh,
know.
yeah. Everybody
Uh,
has.
it's yeah, it's the yeah, like I said, I usually just go into serial killer mode at that point and just like monotone.
You are going to do this, and you are going to do that now.
Or else it gets the hose again.
Again.
I'm not saying this is going to happen, but have you ever thought about living in a hole covered in lotion? Um,
Because that's what's going to happen if I don't get internet service tomorrow. Uh,
I don't
it's,
skin my humps.
I mean, it's kind of, I mean, I always come away from it feeling a little terrible, but I also know I didn't start at 100. I didn't start
Yeah,
at 11. We
right.
cranked that up 2 or 3 points at a time.
It's a gradual temperature
You
increase
guys
for
were
sure.
working.
Yep.
Yeah. And so when they're saying you can't send that letter, I'm like, you sometimes have to do that to kind of cut through the customer service, glad handling bullshit that they're taught.
Yeah.
You have every right to be upset.
Oh,
I understand exactly what you're going through. Do you? Do you really?
you want to bet on that, Sparky?
Yeah. Because if
You
I
see
knew
the,
where your building was, I'd come down there and cut the power.
I was about
And
to
then
say,
you would
you,
understand.
you see the tiny red dot on your desk. Oh, you don't? Then it must be on the back of your head.
Mhm. You also get into the point where it's like, look, don't do this, please. And they're like, what do you mean? I go, don't say that because I know what that means. And you're only going to make me angry. Oh, well, you have every right. It's like, I,
Oh.
I told them this. I go, man, you were warned. I'm like, what do you mean? And then we And it's like if somebody tells you that they're going to go off on you and this is what they're going to say, you might think, uh-oh, this might be for show. This might not.
Yeah, this is performative. They can't actually do anything. And a lot of times that's it with that first,
That first call.
wave of pawns, right?
Oh God, yeah. We had a customer service rep who we were trying to get retention credits, and they're like, well, and the guy goes, Wall Street doesn't judge us on the customers retained, but it only judges us on our new activations. And I go, could you say that again? He's like, oh, we get judged by new activations, not by customer retention.
There's a brilliant business model.
And I said, cool. That's a very interesting thing you just said. I would like to talk to your manager real quick. And he goes, well, why is that? I go, because it's not the kind of thing that you say to a customer. And I am going to make a play to get you fired.
And he's some aspiring tech bro. And you just, yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, what? I go, manager, please. The very next day, I had a vice president from Sprint in our office giving us several hundred free phones because of this guy's snafu.
Wow. Nicely done, sir.
I know. Again, you not the opening tactic, but it's the one you keep back.
I had a email we have a lot of our customers who use a secondary payer platform. So after I send the invoices out, then I have to go in and enter them manually into this platform.
Yeah. We do that.
Like Vendor Cafe and shit. But I entered all those this afternoon, right? And then 4:30, I get this email from Yakima at blah blah.com. Oh, your credentials are expired. I won't be able to pay your invoices. And I'm like, oh, again. Here, Yakima at blah blah blah.com. I just reviewed my Net Vendor Cafe profile number. It shows active with your company. Please pay the invoices ASAP. Dumb bitch. The soft C. I'm like, and it was like outsourced customer service. So it had pinged halfway across the world for them to tell me they weren't going to. That's when I was like, okay,
no,
I'm not even over any more of my time than this.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
And I think more and more of them are turning to solutions like that.
And it's just, I used to work for, as you know, we got bought out by Realtor.com, but we had a Bolivian call center, which was like pride and joy. I was like, really?
Yeah. We need to kind of review this because customers are not enjoying it.
Your name is not John. Sorry, it's probably racist, and I apologize in advance or after the fact. But it is what it is. I'm only speaking what I've experienced. So.
One guy told me that he was from India, Anna.
Well, he gets points for creativity,
and I go, really? I was born in Terre Haute. Tell me, how do I get to Indianapolis from Terre Haute? He goes, what? I go, how do I get from Terre Haute to Indianapolis? It's one highway. I will not penalize you for guessing.
And he's over there frantically Google mapping.
Exactly.
Did you hear the keys?
I could hear the thing was, "Sir, this is not productive." I go, "Oh no, it's very productive. You're
It's
about to learn
amusing.
a lesson
It's amusing the shit out of me, pal.
that you maybe uh, don't just kind of guess and pick a place because you know
Yeah.
people might be from there." So yeah, probably don't want to play that game. And I mean, we went back and forth, and every time I said Indiana, I would say it India, Anna. I go, "One road, dude, one." I go, "Actually, there's 2 highways from Terre Haute to Indiana." I go, "Name one. This call does not continue until you name one."
I should hear keystrokes about now, pal.
Yeah. "I don't understand why you are doing this." I go, "Because you lied to me, and now we're playing a game." Just,
That's too
uh,
funny.
God. Yeah,
Oh man. Like my new lid?
very much so. Is that the new City Connect?
Yes. I broke down and bought the Astros when I tried to find one in Houston last week when we were over there and nobody had the 47 and I hate the flat brims, so I ordered it Monday. It came in this afternoon. I was very excited so I could wear it for the podcast.
They're very cool. No, no. Yeah, the sun, yeah, well, it's like I've got that one Quad City hat
And it's
where
very cool.
when you work though in construction, everybody's like, "I didn't know quality control had their own hat." Ha ha ha.
Ah,
Yeah. Makes me a little ill.
sorry, I let you down. I'm
Oh,
so sorry. I was not prepared. I'm sorry.
Makes me a little bit ill.
there
There
we
you go.
go. There we go. There
Sorry,
we go.
we need a little dusty in our lives, baby.
That's okay. But I mean, that's the sort of thing, and I do like the hat because it worked out perfectly. They're a farm club for the Royals. They did the Q and the C and sort of the Royals logo
Mhm.
thing, and they put the Centennial Bridge in the background, and it's kind of like, man, I dig this hat.
It's
But
like you were the target audience for that hat.
it was made just for me and half dozen other people. I bullied Chris Weinrich into buying one.
I
Um,
saw that. I
um,
applaud that.
but
What's up, Chris?
yeah, exactly. Hey, man, thanks for buying a
Long
hat
time.
too. Um, and it makes up for him. We got kicked out of that ballpark when I was in college, and there
I
was a
would
group
hope
of
so.
us. There was a group of us, and Chris was with us, and like 2 other guys. And so we were cheering balls and strikes, and we never saw the first. We never saw the second batter. They threw us out during the first
Jesus.
batter. But
Wow.
in fairness,
Were y'all all
we
calling different pitches?
no, we were all. His first ball was a strike. We cheered. Second ball was a strike. We cheered. Third price was a ball. We all loudly booed. And the park is a small park, so we were very, very heard. And then security came over and asked us where we got those beers and asked for IDs. And I was like,
Oops.
well, we had 2 underage in the group. He goes, "How old are you, son?" My buddy's like, 21. He goes, "How old are you going to be if I run your ID?" 19. So they kicked us
You're
all
gonna
out.
need.
And we look over at Chris, who's moved down like half a section. Like, "Come on, man, let's go." And he acted like he didn't know us. And, it's kind of like
Oh,
you
that's awesome.
bitch.
That's awesome.
It's like, fine,
So
where your ride? Fuck you.
walk home. Oh,
Uh,
that's funny.
yeah.
That's
So
that's really good. Oh
yeah.
my
So
gosh.
bullying him into buying the hat is the very least I can do for the team. Understand? I'm doing it for the
Sure.
team.
Oh, Chris, what
What a
were you
shit.
thinking? You always hang with your boys, man. Always. You go get into it together,
Minor
you
league.
go out together.
It's a minor league ballpark.
You probably could have just walked back around and come back in.
And come back on the third side and not cheered for anything.
Yeah.
Or just, and he comes back around and goes, "I thought I threw you boys out." "You did. We came back. We just have pop now, you know?" See? made us pour the beers out in the stands before.
Oh man! So it was an
Bastard
object
cop.
lesson.
Bastard
Yeah.
cop. Yeah. I got pulled over once in the Quad Cities, in the Pontiac Fiero. And here's the
Mhm.
thing. I'm driving. Somebody has stolen my license plate off my car. So I have a new license plate in
Several
the back
times,
window.
right?
Yeah. So I have the new one in the back window of the car. This cop follows me for about a mile and a half, 2 miles around campus from where I was parked to the dorms, and fires up right before I like hit the turn signal to go into the dorms, and he fires up.
I so wish I had a bloop bloop on the soundboard right now.
Yeah.
I don't.
So yeah, bloop bloop. All right, so fine. I pull over and I'm watching this, and wait a minute, I'd been pulled over enough, hands on the wheel. I'm not, just waiting. And I'm watching him in the side mirror, in the rear view mirror. And this is a traffic stop. So he's in a regular traffic cop car. But I see this black motorcycle cop boot step out of the car. And I'm like going, what the fuck? He then comes up behind the door, right? Sort of
Mhm.
not a very big man because he only like cleared the top of the door by the top of his
Those doors were low too.
by his motorcycle cop helmet. He comes around and he is wearing full motorcycle cop regalia,
Oh my
including
god!
the mirrored sunglasses, but he's driving a cop car.
So Napoleon.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Officer Napoleon.
Put your hand in your thing. Yes, exactly. Oh yeah. And then so I donned this ridiculous Southern accent. He goes, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" "No, sir, I do not know why you pulled me over."
Suddenly you were one of the righteous gemstones.
Exactly. I went like, yeah, Alabama, deep Al. It's like he's not going to know. He's from, well,
Moline.
he's from Moline. Yeah, fucking Moline cop. Uh,
Sorry, go ahead.
what's
I just
up,
picked the
Moline?
Quad City.
What's up, Moline Dynamite? Yeah,
I just picked one of the Quad Cities. I don't know if it's right.
it's Rock
Yeah,
Island.
you were
but
probably
I
in
like.
Rock Island. Yeah, now that I think
I
about it,
think
but
it works better calling him Moline Dynamite. Anyway, but yeah, and I mean, it was just the most condescending traffic stop. I pulled you over. Well, no, sir, I surely don't. Whatever. He goes, well, up here in the land of Lincoln, state of Illinois, we have these things called traffic laws. Oh, yes, sir. Wait, that was a second. That was another time I got pulled. Anyway,
I was liking the way that was going.
motorcycle cop was just
Do
a
you see
dick.
my license plate? I'm from Louisiana. I don't
Nothing, boys.
understand the concept.
Yeah.
Um,
Land of Lincoln, I don't see no logs, sir.
Here's a penny. Am I free to go?
Isn't he your idol? Isn't this the coin of the realm, as it were? But he goes, you've got your license plate displayed improperly. And I showed him the police report. And it's like, it's been stolen. And I go, here, I'm not, I go, officer, I'm just not. I know I'm supposed to display it on the back of my car, but I'm not putting it on the back of my car because this is like the third plate. And we went back and forth. And I didn't speed. There was another time though. It was like 3 a.m. I was working in a warehouse.
Mhm.
And there's this one stretch of road and it is wide open. Like you can see, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile down this road. It is straight. And at 3 a.m, all of the traffic lights are blinky yellows, right?
Oh.
And I am flying down this. I mean, just ungodly, right? So the cop goes, he pulls me over. He goes, "Do you have any idea how fast you're going?" And this is like 2 a.m. I'm like, "Where are you coming from? Work? Where do you work? Cold storage place. Have you been drinking?" "No, sir." "Do you know how fast you were going?" "No, sir." He goes, "Well, I had you clocked at 85 and a 45." And I just busted out laughing. I go, "Oh, shit." Just like,
Oh.
he goes, "Is there a reason you're driving that fast?" And I go, "It's 2 a.m. I can see from one end of the street to the other side of town. Uh, it's 4 lanes across. It's 2 a.m. I just want to go home, and I want to go home as fast as I can." He looks at me, he goes, Well, I'll let you off with a warning. And I
Nice.
thought, well, because I'm not going to lie. I was like, I go 85, huh? Shit.
I think you're. She didn't go. Damn it! I didn't get to 100. The only other way you go. I was going faster than that.
Yeah, wow.
I would have.
That's
I would have guessed
85.
it was. I would have guessed more.
Tap the bodometer. Put the, oh, well,
Well, you say so. You got the radar gun.
I did tell that to a cop. He's trying to give me a ticket for like. Because did you not see that light that you just rolled through? And we just got back from a trip, and I was mad. I go, this one up here with the little green arrow at an angle that tells me I can go and make that turn. He goes, there is no green arrow. I go, there is a green arrow, but you know what? Fine, whatever. You're the cop. Write me up. And then the light
Probably
changed.
not.
The light changed while we were there, and there was a green arrow. And I was like, and he was mad, but he did not give me the ticket.
You got real lucky on that one. I think
Huge lucky.
you were seconds away from pepper spray.
From step out of the car, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. I've already called for backup.
But yeah, I was like, hey man, I saw the green light. Did you? Probably not the best thing to. You're the cop. Fine, you're the cop. Do whatever.
Yeah, no, that's not
It's not the best answer.
no.
I have been lucky. I even asked one cop, I go, do you even have jurisdiction here? Your little speed trap town.
Was it Moline again? I don't know.
No, this is not far from the house.
I got pulled over several years ago now. I was going to Dallas for a work thing, and I was on I-45 North between Houston and Dallas. There's a little town called Ferris, spelled just like Carol's last name. And I didn't realize how fast I was going. I was driving my mother-in-law's Navigator, and that thing would fly.
And you
right?
couldn't feel the speed.
And I saw the cop on the overpass. I'm like, oh, well, he's on the overpass. I'm good. A couple miles later, bloop, bloop, he had clocked me from the overpass and chased my ass down in Ferris, Texas. So note to those of you traveling north on I-45 between Houston, Texas and Dallas, Texas, don't speed through Ferris. They don't fool around.
Oh my goodness.
And it was, it wasn't radar. It was something. It was like microwave or something. I at the time I did the research. It was like, really?
Did the
you were sitting on because I was pissed and I wanted to know how he clocked me from the overpass. Yeah, I did.
Yes. Oh my!
Because I was the only one going 90 on I-45. Yeah, no. I was just keeping up with the semis.
I'm just in line with traffic. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Don't bust my ass.
And my mother-in-law looks over at me and goes, "Yeah, I'm not paying for that ticket." I went, "Fuck."
The one where I asked the cop if he had jurisdiction, right? He gave me a ticket for speeding, which I don't think he pulled me over when I was speeding. I think there was a car that passed me because I was getting ready to turn, and the car passed me, and he said I was going like 2 miles over. But he asked for proof of insurance, and I gave him my card, and it was expired. And I was like, crap. And I pulled another one out, and it was expired, but I had it on my phone. So I pulled it up on my phone, and he came back and said, hey, man, here's my thing. And he says, no, I got to give you the ticket because you didn't ask for it you didn't produce it when I asked for it. And I was like, we're still in the traffic stop. He goes, but if you tell the prosecuting attorney, what happened, they'll let you off. Right. So I go to traffic court to, they're like, you've got 2 charges of speeding and proof of insurance. How do you plead? I'm like, I'll plead guilty to the one, but not guilty to the other. Okay, so you're entering a guilty plea for both? I'm like, no, now I'm entering a not guilty plea for both. But then I get with the prosecuting attorney and he's like, He goes, "Were you speeding?" I'm like, "Yeah, I may have been. I don't actually think I was, but I don't have any proof, or I can't really fight that part." I go, "But I am going to fight the proof of insurance, and because I had it on me and I produced it during the traffic stop." And he's looking at me. He goes, "Well," I go, "Hey," I go, "the cop told me if I told you this and showed you my proof of insurance, that you'd drop that charge." And the county prosecutor goes, "He did what?" I go, "He said you'd drop that charge." And he goes, "Oh, he did he?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." He goes, "Do you happen to know which cop it is?" I go, "Yeah, that one right there, that guy." And he looks over at him and he goes, waves the thing. He goes, "Yeah, that's gone." Uh, you know, but I think that the other cop maybe got a little earful afterwards. But while I'm paying the fine, there's another guy. He goes, "Oh," he goes, "You got pulled over by that guy too?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "That motherfucker." He goes, "I've got my motorcycle." He goes, "I've been working on this motorcycle, right?" He goes, "I've been trying to get it to start, trying to get it to start." He goes, "And he is parked like on my street, watching me work on my motorcycle in my driveway." He goes, "Anyway," he goes, "I get it fired up. It starts, room, room, room." So I jump on it and I drive out of my driveway. I drive down to the end of the street. I turn around to drive back. I drove by like 4 houses. He then fires the lights right before I pull back into my driveway. He watched me get on the motorcycle. He watched me, and we're both standing there. And this guy is like, here. He's within earshot. And we're both like, "Man, that is chicken shit. What a shit cop."
That's the place to say that since you're in the courtroom, right?
And I mean, oh, yeah. And then we find out he's a retired highway patrol guy. He took the job. It's a speed trap town. And I will not. There's businesses that I used to go to, which I won't buy from because they're located in that jurisdiction. It's small, petty, but fight the power kind of a thing. Snow leopards unite, man. Yes.
Oh my god. Well, since I did that,
Uh-huh.
are you excited about Thunderbolts?
I am. Kristen has to go to mother-in-law's this weekend.
Okay.
So I believe I'm going to do, I think, Thunderbolts for sure, unless it's a pain in the ass to get in. Then I'm going to flip over to Sinners, which might also be a pain in the ass to get in.
That one's got staying power. I can't get Laura is definitely out on Sinners, so I got to go see that one by myself. But she's going out of town next week, part of the week. So I feel like there's a night next week where there'll be like dinner and a movie for Bruce. And
I like
then, but yeah, she won't give me a yay or nay on Thunderbolts, and I need to know if she's going or not. So if she's not, I'm going to go catch what we call the pagan showing Sunday morning, the first one Sunday morning.
Ooh, like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping that, they do the collectible popcorn buckets now,
Mhm.
which, I collect ridiculous shit. And I'm like, come on, man.
It was funny when it was the sandworm that looked like a pocket
Like,
pussy.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
fleshlight, yeah.
yeah,
The Dune fleshlight popcorn bucket.
that was funny.
That was hilarious. But yeah,
And
now
someone should have been fired, quite honestly, but they probably got a promotion.
or that may have been their last day anyway. I'm leaving. I'm going to B&B. Fuck you, AMC. Approved. Cinemark,
Anyway.
here I come.
You were. Hold on.
But yeah.
Collecting the popcorn buckets.
Okay,
so-
so there is that one trailer that they've got where, like, Red Guardian is like, yeah, maybe we get on box of Wheaties, right? And you go out in the lobby and there's a poster that looks like
Yes.
a box of Wheaties. And I'm just like, if there is not a collectible popcorn bucket from one of the theater chains that looks like a box of Wheaties, somebody done messed up.
That's true, because the old style popcorn box lends itself to it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You just make
That's
it
a
a
really
little
good point.
longer, thinner, and yes. But no, they've done Red Guardian's helmet and I guess the rental car that they drive, which maybe when we watch the movie, that's a major plot point, and it's like the the 2025 version of the Batmobile.
Have we not learned that the mask in these movies is the least important accessory? They're going to get it off of them as quickly as they can, and they'll
And
never put it back on.
they seem to have made a big point that it doesn't fit.
I'm looking forward to that one. I think it looks like it just might just be fun, and that's all I want out of this movie.
That's exactly right. Some people, a couple of friends have seen it, and they're like, "Oh, they loved it." So
Okay.
I kind of trust them. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
I think we should take a moment to talk about our new sponsor.
Our new sponsor, yes.
If you'll watch over there above Steve's head,
look, I get to do like they do in the TikTok videos.
yeah, there you go, right there, right above your head.
I can't.
It's there.
Boy, that takes a lot of practice to do.
It does. It does.
So I should do it like.
Hold on.
Oh shit!
Try it again. Ready? We'll go like this. Okay, now that we got it figured out, you ready?
Really hard to do.
You ready? Now that we know what we're doing, you ready? Ready? All right.
Okay.
Now I think we should probably talk about our new sponsor. You ready?
Oh, there we go.
Pedro's.
Pedro's. Chicken and tacos.
Based out of the Dominican Republic with a franchise in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Home of the Lucha Gallo super hot sauce or super hot Lucha Gallo. It's one of those.
Is it a tomatillo base or is it a red base? I can't remember.
I think it's a red base.
Red base. Is there a specific pepper that they use in that, or is it a blend, proprietary blend? Maybe
it's probably. You know how it is. Oh, we use death peppers, and it's like they're wearing a hazmat suit to make it, and the guy eats it, and his face melts like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it's just a hot sauce. But yeah, it's like wings and tacos.
It's an interesting combination. We're really excited to have them on the Slurp Toast, part of the Slurp Toast family. They fighting cock. See our last episode for more about that. By the way,
we want to be part of your group.
By the way, our last episode got banned in several jurisdictions on YouTube because I accidentally played the clip of the actual movie. I got a notice 2 days later. I didn't go back and edit it. I don't care. So I fucked up and we got banned. Yay me. Wakanda forever. I don't even know. Right. So welcome aboard, Pedro's. I think they're going to do a deal with us where we can sell their merchandise on our Slurp shop, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Okay,
which will be kind of fun.
I look forward to.
I want to wear what to like San Diego, obviously.
Yeah, I would like to. Too. Between that and the go outside nerd shirt, I'm gonna be loaded for bear. So welcome aboard, Pedro's. I look forward to many more years of Lucha Gallo
sauce. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Get a bottle of that stuff and probably use it to strip paint. But anyway, because I'm going to become a furniture flipper. I watch so many of those videos, and I don't know. I think I can do it.
I actually priced a lathe the other day.
Ooh.
Yes, I love wood turning videos.
There we go. So from what I understand, is you make a block, and you fill it with pine cones and resins, and then you make bowls.
Sometimes you use colored pencils. Yes. I don't know.
Resin. Actually, action figures and resin would be fun.
Interesting. All these random body parts. A well of soul.
Hands. Yes. Oh, black resin.
I want to see that now.
With just arms everywhere.
Little parts of faces.
A Hieronymus bowl, if you will.
Nice. Applause.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Oh, come on. What do we got?
You didn't hear it?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, it's the cheap trick applause.
No.
Live at Budokan.
Nice. All the way from Budokan, we're getting cheered. I like it. That's like crickets.
Yes. So yeah, they won't stop.
There we go.
So I don't understand how they can make things over and over and they're the same. I think I would just do with like a toothpick and a pile of shavings. That's what but I feel like it would be very cathartic. Just like watching that shit pile off. Yeah.
And yeah, and it just looks like the pile of waste would not be, dangerous to a nail. It's resin dust. Fill your lungs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Got
Well of
termites in
Souls.
my lungs.
Yes. No, I watched those videos. The furniture flippers, which they opened with like this scraper that you watch, and you're just like, you're gonna gouge the top, and then it's like,
Right?
oh, I'm sorry, you're starting with 60 grit and going down to 220. So there's no surface left. You have to paint it because you sanded the veneer off.
And I used to love it when my dad would do it when I was a kid. But watching the stripper like melt the paint is
When it
very
bubbles up.
satisfying. Yes, it's like like the Wicked Witch of the West. It's a
And
little
it just
satisfying.
bubbles up. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is satisfying. And then you find out that there's like a third layer of paint, and then you're
For
just
some
kind
reason,
of
wallpaper. We never know.
this dresser was an armoire. Now it's a pie cabinet. But yeah, I find those cathartic. Babe sent me a dog video, a rescue dog video. And so now my Facebook feed will be filled with puppy. Yeah, no Amy Grant, but it's just it's the
Sarah
same
McLachlan.
thing. It honest Sarah McLaughlin. Are they different people? Really?
One's Canadian, one's Christian. I don't know if those are the same.
Oh yeah, because those are mutually exclusive.
They're two different categories on Sirius
They go
XM.
cross.
On Sirius XM, it's two different musical genres.
If you put a Venn diagram, it looks like boobs. Because they're two circles about this far apart.
I don't understand. I've had made this statement before. I don't understand Canadian as a genre of music. It's far too much Bryan Adams and Celine Dion for my liking. That's all I know. There's not enough Rush to offset the Celine Dion.
But plenty of Triumph. I don't get
They play those same 4 Triumph songs
I
on
made
Heavy
that
Rotation.
joke online that Triumph was Canada's answer to Rush. And it was like me saying that it was the 51st Street upside down, Are you stupid or what? They're from, you're like, good Lord. How? I mean, do we need a special font for jokes?
Or color. Or...
Color. Everything is in Comic Sans when you're trying to be funny, because otherwise they just don't get the joke. I had made a comment about somebody had written a thing about not non-scientists reading scientific articles and not understanding what they were about. And I told the story. It's like when they told me I needed a pacemaker, I was trying to research like what's this going to mean long term and all that. And I came across something called a mortality table, right?
Okay.
And I came away from that real thinking I was going to be dead in 5 years. 8 years ago. And so then when I told my doctor about it, so I relayed the story. I go, when I was getting a pacemaker, I came across something called a mortality table, and I told my cardiologist about it. And he says, "Did you think you were going to die?" And I went, "Yeah, I kind of did." And he went, you shouldn't read that if you're not a doctor. So that's the story. And then, the guy who posted it thought, that's funny. And he's a doctor, scientist. He got the fact that I'm supporting his argument. But then I got 2 guys who are like, that's dumb. Everybody's going to die. You're not going to, and you're like, why the hate for making, obviously you've misunderstood the comment. You've misunderstood the original poster that we truly need some lessons in reading comprehension. And I just wrote back, I was like, wow, I bet with all this misplaced anger, you're a lot of fun at parties. I hope someone loves you enough to tell you you're an asshole.
That is the most you thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah. Would you get me fired up?
Oh, I know.
Sales executive, huh? Execute something. I like it. There we go. Yeah. Put
I've
that
got.
big. Okay. Now, talking about sponsors,
Mhm.
I think I have to. No, actually, I think mine is pretty tight. I don't know why that looks so fuzzy. Anyway, um,
Sorry, I'm just playing
no, no,
around.
you're fine.
Good.
I got an email from somebody who wanted us to do an interview with their filmmaker.
I flipped, or I got it too. I flipped it
Okay,
to
okay.
you. Yeah. I need to check on that to see if that's still an option. We hadn't talked really because it's been a little hectic since
Yes.
those came in, and then they sent me a second one. Uh,
Okay.
uh, Someone who used to be in Parliament Funkadelic, but now does a one-woman show about women's issues, which I wasn't sure was really in our wheelhouse, but I thought she was in Parliament Funkadelic, so that was kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
So we're getting a little traction.
Yeah.
Our Czechoslovakian base is
Czechoslovakian based, and our what is it, Nigerian or
yeah, every time it's
Yugoslavian?
different.
Yeah.
Every time it's different. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
So
Uh,
apparently, we're making inroads with people trying to learn English, and
I'm so sorry in advance. Uh,
and people trying to get traction just like us. So
yeah, well,
I know the filmmaker sounded interesting.
okay. Well,
Because I
I'll
don't
see if
think
I
I
can
saw
read
the
it.
one on the. I don't think I've
I
seen
didn't flip the other one to you.
the.
So let's see. Let's just take a quick look and see where we're trending these days.
After getting banned from YouTube.
Only in a few, not everywhere. It was like
Okay.
7, and it didn't tell me which 7, so I don't even know where. Let's see. Over the last,
I want to know how they found out. I mean, is there somebody who's
it
really
said it's the copyright owner or whoever was hosting the movie. Guess they got an alert. So let's see. Over the last month, we've been hitting in India, Australia,
Ooh.
Germany, and Poland.
And we just ripped on customer service. Not a best good move. We just lost India.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Last 3.
India, Anna.
Okay, I was joking, but let's see. Over the last 3 months, our biggest was U.S. and then Sweden,
Hey,
the Czech Republic, Ukraine, fight the power,
Ukraine. Yeah, yeah.
Canada, Germany, Australia, Japan, blah 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 blah. Let's see, just out of curiosity, and so it breaks it down by state. So in the U.S., Texas has the most downloads, followed by Michigan, Virginia, Illinois, and Louisiana. I think I know how I'm going to account for those 8 Louisiana downloads. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah.
So,
Oh shit, Sweet Hashanah. That was it. Happy Sweet Hashanah. I was trying to remember
what?
the Thug and Brawl story I wrote a couple of years where they were firing off fireworks, and they said that was because they were celebrating Swedish New Year, Sweet Hashanah.
Oh, Thug and Brawl
So
never change.
happy Sweet Hashanah to our Swedish listeners.
Tune in next time for more exciting demographical talk.
Demographic
Demography. That's the word I started to say, and it went
Demography.
completely sideways on me. So
Demography. Not to be confused. Yeah, demography.
not to be confused with demonology.
Yeah.
That's
A friend of mine after college went to the Moody Bible Institute, and just
so
out of
many jokes.
on
So
a-
many
on a-
jokes.
yeah, but on a lark, Barrett and I went, and yeah, it's just me and Barrett. I'm trying to think if we had Weinrich with us or not. Anyway, we went and crashed the Moody Bible Institute,
Mhm.
and went to the front desk and said, "Hey, we're trying to reach this person," and they called her room, and she came down, but she said that she was studying demonology. And Barrett goes, "What's the textbook for that? Is it Tobin's Spirit Guide?"
Oh, that's a solid
That's a
fastball too.
solid. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is right
Okay.
down the gullet.
All right. I have a similar story. It does not involve demonology, but it involves crashing a Bible college. So, it's amazing that we have 2 stories about
Stories
this.
about
Isn't it?
crashing Bible colleges.
So right before I moved to Houston from Lafayette, Jackie then Smith,
Yeah.
now Russo. You've met Jackie. We stayed
I've
at
met
her
Jackie.
apartment.
Mhm.
Yes. She and I went down to Biloxi before the casinos just for a few days to chill out,
Hang out,
vibe,
yeah.
whatever. And on the way back, we were in her convertible Alfa Romeo,
Ooh.
and we were coming back up I-10 from New Orleans. And I'm like, hey, there's says the Jimmy Swaggart Bible College is the next exit. Can we stop? Because I want a t-shirt. Jackie was wearing a bikini top in the convertible. I had like my first goatee, and we had been at the beach for 4 days, right? We go staggering into the bookstore.
Did you get a shirt?
They didn't have any, but it was all these old ladies, all these old Pentecostal, Louisiana Pentecostal ladies with the giant beehive hairdo. And like, they were freaking the fuck out. We were the demons, quite frankly. We were everything that Jimmy had warned them about.
Do you have one with him tears saying, I have sinned? Because that's the one I want.
That's the one I want.
Bible College.
I really wanted a Jimmy Swaggart Bible College t-shirt.
Oral Roberts Universe, calling home.
Yeah, I thought those old ladies' eyes were going to pop out of their heads when we came staggering.
I will say one of the things about moving around the country growing up is that had I just been here in Missouri or Colorado, I would probably never have known Jimmy Swaggart. I would not have gotten that kind of grounding in TV preacher, shiny suit preachers.
You just can't. You can't do any better. I've tried to explain to my sons that Mickey Gilley and Jerry Lee Lewis are the cousins of a televangelist, a disgraced televangelist.
Disgraced?
Yeah, no, seriously.
Is there any other kind?
Ultimately, no. Eventually, they all fall.
Yes, they succumb to the sins. And you got that snake-headed fucker. What's the one? Ken Copeland. That dude seriously looks like Satan.
He might be.
He looks like he's out there hanging in trees, tempting young girls with apples.
Jesus wants me to have a G6.
Oh yeah. You know what I paid for it? I got it on discount.
The guy who that was frightening. That whole thing was.
Yeah.
The guy who locked his whole congregation in a few weeks ago. There was one of the African American mega church preachers who had the deacons lock the doors and wasn't going to let anybody out until they coughed up like 40 bills.
Oh my god!
It's like, dude.
I'm fairly certain that's the kind of shit that had Jesus tipping tables.
So. I'm certain of it. Yes.
You may have read that story wrong.
Don't think you got quite the okay. I know.
Give until it hurts, and Jesus will flip you free.
Hey, I introduced you to the Righteous Gemstones last time, but on that show, the Walton Goggins character, Baby Billy, who I introduced you to, he's producing a young show called Teenjus.
Yes,
Teenjus.
I've seen the little clips from that. Turn the other cheek.
Well, he started out there was actual teenager playing Teenjus, and he didn't like the way the kid was playing it, and he did enough cocaine. He decided he would make himself Teenjus. And
all I need is $8 million, $2 million in an
8-ball. I'm not asking for much. I just need $2 million and an 8-ball to get this done. That character is so good. Oh my god! Last week it was the next to last episode of the whole series, and he and John Goodman's character were in a fight at a gator farm with Michael Rooker. Let that settle in first.
Okay. All right.
So Goodman in storyline, he's the family patriarch, but in his younger days he was a Memphis wrestler.
Okay.
So he can fight, right? So he and Michael Rooker are going, and Baby Billy's cowering behind a wall. He pops open his little pinky ring, is where he keeps his coke, and he goes, "Dear Jesus, let this cocaine give me the strength I need to." And he just goes, and he comes running around like blind, cocaine. And Michael Rooker just punches him in the face. It's so fucking funny. That show. Oh, spoiler! Sorry. That show is so funny. I mean, just on a whole different level. I mean, I love Danny McBride stuff,
Mhm.
This may be my, and I love Eastbound and Down and Kenny Powers, but this might be better. This
Okay.
may be the best one of the three so far. So.
No, I'm not going to get Max to see it, but I will find a way to see it.
Yeah, it's worth seeing. The boys discovered it, and then I'm like, okay, well, if you like this, because I had a copy of Foot Fist Way on DVD that I bought at Big Lots 1,000 years ago, and like, okay, they started watching that, and then Connor went back, or it was Connor? Connor dragged Jack into it. Connor was started watching Gemstones, and like, go back and watch Eastbound and Down. And then that copy of Foot Fist Way that I gave you 6 months ago, they've been trying to get you to watch that. I know
Watch
you have
that.
time vice
Mhm.
principles, but yeah. But he does such a great job of surrounding himself with really great actors. I mean, it has been just, I'm a
Yeah, the
Gemstone guy.
clips I've seen, it's like, I want to see this. I've seen the one where Edie Patterson's like, I have sex with boys now. Okay. It's like, what the hell?
Well, like this season, it's been Megan Mullally and Sean William Scott's her son,
Oh,
and
wow.
like, yeah, and Michael Rooker's the estranged husband of that pair. I'm like, so Michael Rooker and Megan Mullally get a Stifler? Okay, sure.
Hmm.
That's TV genetics 101. Sure, why not? Why
That
not?
one might work out.
But like every year, there's like we had Eric Roberts was like the guy who was the Memphis promoter's son when Goodman was a character was a young guy, and then Kristen Johnston was John Goodman's estranged sister, and Steve Zahn was her husband, and there was I mean the
Oh, wow.
casting, they pull all these people and drop them into these slots, and it works so well. So yeah, find that and watch it. I can't recommend that show highly enough.
Oh, excuse me.
No worries.
I will find it.
I'm sure you will. So, hey, you know what I think?
What?
I think I can't work my mouse right now. I think it's time for what's on your desk.
All right then.
You go first because mine's got a story.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, where'd he go? Oh, hang on.
What's on your desk? Proudly brought to you by Pedro's.
Pedro's,
Now
home of the
open in
Lucha Gallo
Cincinnati,
sunset.
Ohio.
Now in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yes, since 1970.
Tired of chocolate chili on your spaghetti? Pedro's.
Try Lucha Gallos, yeah. Chickens and tacos or whatever. So Funko, they did a whole bunch of like hockey mascots. They also did a whole lot of baseball mascots. And I finally got the last baseball mascot that I was looking for.
Oh, the red leg.
Mr. Reglegs. This is the redo with the red jersey. I think the first version had a white jersey.
That's
It's not
very
like
cool.
I couldn't go upstairs and look, but anyway, they're kind of fun. He's a good one. Big fan of him. They've also done Mr. Met. The two I think that are three that are my favorite are they did the Brewers, the guy with the big mustache for the
Mhm.
Brewers. They did Teddy Roosevelt for Washington,
Okay.
which is pretty cool because it's totally, he's wearing a baseball jersey, Washington Senators. Anyway, Nationals. And then they did the parrot from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, nice.
Those are all three, I think, really good. Some of them, of course. Oh yeah, he's not far because I was taunting White Sox fans with it at the end of last baseball season.
Your prison.
Yes, everybody's favorite prison, whatever in the shit this thing's name is. Ta-da!
White Sox.
White Sox. But yeah, so no, I was kind of happy to get that. I got one of the hockey ones that they took a picture of it and it looked like the box was damaged, but they had it in a pop protector and it was the shadow from the pop protector. So I got like a $35, $40 pop for $10. So
Nice.
win.
It's funny that you brought the red leg in because at the beginning of baseball season, I promised myself I would be more engaged with baseball this year, and of course that sends me down all kind of rabbit holes, right? One of which was I was looking for like a game I could put on my phone because that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I found this like simulator app where you're the GM, and just not good because now I'm moneyballing. I'm like 7 seasons. I've won 6 titles. It's too much because there's a minor league team. I think it's called Astonishing Baseball, and I really need to delete it. But tomorrow morning, I get a legendary player for free, so I'm just waiting to see because I need a shortstop.
Okay.
And if I should get a free legendary shortstop, I might play a little more. But I've hit that point where I have no money.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm pitching heavy, and I can never. When the draft comes around, I can never get a position player, so I just keep loading up on pitchers, and it keeps me in contention. So you
There you
can
go.
win with pitching. Anyway, that was one
Well,
of the
just
things.
be like the guys online and just propose ridiculous trade. I always like that. It's like this trade will land the Yankees a Cy Young winner, and it's like this team just gives the Yankees the Cy Young pitcher, top three, and in exchange the Yankees give them, somebody off of Garrett Cole, who's on injured reserve for the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's like, I understand the baseball writers are kind of like trying to keep us engaged, but nobody's going to make these trades.
No. That's what
And all
fantasy
the
baseball
Yankees
is
give
for.
up is like 5 torpedo bats and Jazz Chisholm.
That's okay. That is my new favorite baseball player name, Jazz Chisholm Jr., because that means there's a Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yes. That's what that means.
Okay.
Somebody thought this is such a great name. Let's do it again. All right, so mine comes with a story. So, we moved to Austin like 8 years ago, right?
Mhm.
And we moved in on like a Friday, or was it a Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday, and my mother-in-law died on Friday.
Oh, damn.
It was like there were boxes everywhere, and I was supposed to start my new job on Friday morning. And we get the call. I have to call my new job and go, "Hey, look, I'm going to be late today. I take my wife to the airport, and then I'm going to need some days off next week because I got to go to Costa Rica for a funeral." Right. So this was also Father's Day weekend. It was like the middle of June. So I take Laura to the airport on Friday, and I got to entertain the boys till Sunday when we can fly out. Right. So we're going to go. Go do whatever. So we go to Austin Books and Comics. I find that. Okay, we'll go to the comic shop. They're like, whatever they were, like 14, 15. They were still good with that. And we just killed some time. And then we went and ate barbecue and got to meet Swiss. But while we were in there, I saw this stupid thing. And I was like, oh, that's really funny. I really like that. And we go outside to leave. They go, hey, Dad, can you wait here? We're going to go back inside for a minute. Okay, sure. I kind of know what they're doing. But anyway, so the next day for Father's Day, I get this. It's the Shazam rabbit, which they went back in and bought with their own money and gave to me on Father's Day.
Okay.
Before we left for the airport for Costa Rica. And so I have an affection for this stupid
Sure,
thing.
absolutely.
And I'm feeling a little nostalgic because last weekend we went to Galveston for a couple of days to celebrate their impending graduation, birthday, and move to Wyoming. And then next week I get to go up on Thursday after work, and then Friday load up all their shit from their house, and they leave for Wyoming on Saturday. So I'm feeling a little. Yeah, it's shit's getting real at my house, right? So the rabbit is a little. I just like. I don't think that's my desk today. Is the rabbit? So
I like it.
Rabbit has a name, and I cannot remember what it is. There's a Shazam rabbit, and I can't remember his name, but Marvel Bunny, we'll call him. Let's see.
Shazam rabbit.
So yeah, he's been sitting in my closet for a while, but I brought him up here to put him on the shelf because I thought it was a better place for him. Let's see. Hoppy the Marvel Bunny. That's his name.
Nice. All
Hoppy
right.
The Marvel Bunny is on my desk this week. What up, boys? So yeah, let's see. So next week, this time I will be either in transit or in Dallas.
Oof.
Laura's going to speak at a conference next Wednesday, so I'm driving up. Then we got to pick her up at the airport, pick up a van, load a van, bring it home after we say goodbye to them on the Saturday before Mother's Day. So she's really handling that well.
Oh
and
my.
next
Oh
week's going
my.
to be busy. So
Yeah. Mother's
you
Day.
got to yeah. You're welcome. By the way, it's next weekend. You're welcome. You're all welcome, bastards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll go see the movie I don't see this weekend.
Oh man. So yeah, that's what I got. I'm out. I got nothing else.
Well, when talking about sinners, so we go to this movie
We do
theater
that a
next to the
lot.
house. We're gonna coming back around, but when we go in there, they have all the upcoming movie posters, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, my breakfast with Jesus, which apparently is a movie about I mean, it was just like three religious films, and in the middle of it is this poster for sinners. So my immediate response is like, Jesus, they are going heavy on Jesus. And then we go in and then we get the trailer for Sinners. And I was like, somebody done fucked up in the lobby because these things do not go together at all.
What did I go see the last time? What did I go see? Whatever I went to see last without Laura. It was
What
me.
did I see you last with Kristen? Shit.
I can't remember the last thing I went to see was, but like it was me and I thought I was gonna have a private feature because I went to the like I said the Heathen screening, right?
Mhm.
But then these two women walked in. What the fuck did I go see? I don't remember. But we sat there and 15 minutes passes and nothing starts. And we go out and apparently their server had crashed. So there's some guy like they had opened up the little door and there's a kid up at the top like pushing buttons and like we're gonna get it. And like I go back in and they're like the Maria Menounos thing is going skip, 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 skip. We didn't
We
get
loved them.
it was
We
the
loved
Jason Statham movie. That's what it was. It
the
was
Working
Working
Man.
Man.
Yes.
And I
Giving
was
way
like,
to Line Cook.
no trailer. So it's a callback, is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
Um,
if we interview this filmmaker, we should probably know the genre of
it's true.
movie.
It's all movie.
It's all movie. I did read whatever she wrote about like a look at superhero films. So it's kind of like,
Mm,
all right, we'll check it out because I'm
she at
mentioned by
least
does
skimmed.
Steve
Yeah, she at
come
least
around on
skimmed on the Eternals. Yeah,
yes.
both
Uh-huh.
times. Both of the emails, she like had at
Mentioned to
least
me in the
skimmed
Eternals, yeah.
something. Yeah,
Mhm.
and they were both different, so she listened to different episodes, so it wasn't the
So let's
same.
make a third Eternal.
Icarus, Cersei, Star
I
Fox.
still don't get it.
Will Steve ever come around to the Eternals?
No.
I keep thinking to myself, I should watch that again, and then I go, no, I shouldn't. Oh wait, I know the other thing I want to talk about. So one of so there's a process here.
Uh-huh.
It's really not a good one, but there's a process. So we stayed in Galveston. Oh, we actually were on Bolivar Peninsula, which is across the bay from Galveston proper. So there's a ferry because apparently that's the shipping lane, so they can't build a bridge.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So to get Dad from his place down there and back was a bit of an ordeal. Connor left, and you can go land around, right? We go up through
Mm,
Winnie, Texas, and back around. And Connor did that. It's like it took him 3 hours to get Dad and get down back.
God.
It was bad. And then so Saturday night after we were done, I took Dad back. Took me about 2 hours and I caught the ferry just luckily, right? But point of all this is I saw an Ollie's near
Oh,
where
yeah, yeah.
Dad's, and I had never been in one before,
Mm-hmm. Good
and it
stuff
was
done cheap or whatever they
yeah.
call that.
So I'm like, oh, it was like 10 minutes till closing, so I was just kind of run in and see what they've got. They had all of the Eternals action figures.
They
They had a Karnak. I should have. They actually had your Hulk too, and I didn't. I need to.
Oh, they had Mr. Fix-It? Yeah, because Ollie's is where I got
Okay,
guy.
I thought it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
So they also had the big super adaptoid. I didn't buy any because they were like doing the angry announcements. But
Get
next thing
out.
do you not know how to read a clock? Why the fuck are you walking in the front door now? I understand that. I'll leave.
I understand. We all want cheap goods, but get out.
Come on, man. It's Saturday
We're
night.
not
Don't you have somewhere better to
If
be?
we pay overtime, we eat margin. So you've got to go.
Yep. So I didn't buy anything, but the next time I'm down there, I probably will run back in. And if the Mr. Fix-It is still there, I'll grab you one. Didn't
Yeah, I
have
told you
time.
what happened to mine is that
You
they
had a
had like
bunch.
30 of them, and I was like, cool, I'll just come back next weekend. And all of them are gone, which
There aren't any in Austin.
I imagine some big old fat neckbeard with the cart and just doing that arm thing into the cart and then getting up to the thing and picking out the Howard the Ducks he picked up by mistake, Look at an internal,
Val Myrick is going to be at one of our comic shops for comic book day on Saturday.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I might go see if I get something autographed.
I would, yeah. What the hell? I I like the little trading cards. I've
Mhm.
fallen into this pit. And so the other night I was looking for lame heroes or villains and seeing if they had a card that didn't make them so lame. So I was like looking up the Wizard. Okay.
The Wizard.
The Wizard. And there's the vintage style Wizard who's like in yellow and
Mhm.
blue with a big W on his chest. And then
Really, I know. And why is the Wizard's costume yellow? I mean, come
I
on.
don't know. Superpowers.
And blowback when he's
5'10",
running.
185, peas on the rug.
Some dried piss. That's all it is. Sorry, you were saying.
But I did find a card. They like revamped the character, so he kind of looks like the Flash. He's got little goggles on and
Okay.
all. But I didn't buy it. But the one, and I thought I'd get it today. I found an egghead that made him
Nice.
look like kind of a boss. Is he's like sitting in this chair, leaned to one side. He has like this little remote control in his hand, and he's surrounded by egg bots. I don't know, but it does.
Why
kinda
not?
why not? Little egg-shaped head robots. So I did buy that one because I thought that's kind of funny. But I'm like looking at it going, my God, I could spend or waste so much cash just buying dollar cards of shit superheroes because somehow or another they got Art Adams to draw him and now he looks kind of cool. Just have a collection of lame superheroes.
That's something you would do.
yeah.
The whole binder. Yeah. There's another game on my phone is Marvel Snap, and they do it's like a card game.
Oh, yeah.
And today I got and they do variants, and there was an Art Adams Shang-Chi in the shop the other day. I didn't buy it because I didn't like it, but
Yeah.
I got a Scotty Young baby Dr. Octopus the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was kind of fun.
See, that's the kind of it's like, yeah, that one is sort. Oh,
Remember this?
yeah, I got reflections. I can't really tell what
How's
it
that
is.
better?
Too far away. Oh, that's Howard the Duck. There we go.
Yes, it's the Joe Quesada from the 1997 Comic-Con. I still have it.
Wow.
It's sitting here with this guy on my desk. Yes, when Joe Quesada was a complete and utter dick about signing the cards he was signing.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yes, I remember that because, yes, he was a dick about signing those cards.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you don't want to be here, but they are probably paying you. So,
Yeah.
little Q with two squiggles. Let's go.
J to Q, that's all I need. Come on, buddy. So, yeah,
Squiggle.
I found that a while back. And I'm like, shit, that's a Howard the Duck card. All right, I'm
That's
keeping
pretty
that.
fun. Yeah, no, that is cool. I found like original X-Men in their yellow and blue costumes.
Oh, nice.
And so it's kind of like going, I could like go and get the Defenders and find, kind of fun cards from the Defenders, get a Namor, get a Doctor Strange, get a Hulk, Silver Surfer, all those guys. And I thought, shit, they have that revolving.
I was going to say Nighthawk, Valkyrie, Hellcat.
But the key is to try and find a card that looks cool. Because like, I remember when they started doing the trading cards, they had like the Fleer masterpieces and they went and they did digital coloring on all of them. So everything is kind of smoothed out and I thought at the time they looked cool, but as I look at them, as I'm like flipping through stuff, they're awful. The colors are all mashed out. They're not bright. The line work is gone. They just all look blobby.
Hold on. So I can make this
That
work.
one's going to be tough.
Yeah, hold on. Is he gonna be able to make it work? Nope.
Nope.
Sorry, it's the Scotty Young Dr. Octopus. I was going to show it to you, but
Oh, yes.
I'll take a picture and send.
There we go.
Screenshot and send it to you.
We'll
Anyway.
throw it up in the corner.
Oh,
Then you get to do this.
see if I can do
Now,
it.
I didn't realize that this was a skill that you needed to learn
See if I can
to
do it.
make TikToks. Pedro's.
It helps when you're running the board,
Yeah,
right?
it does. Yeah, you got to
Timing
put
is-
your hand in the right spot.
and timing. Click, click, click. I don't know how they do it when they're like just talking and doing shit, unless they have somebody else running the board behind them, a man in chair somewhere behind them.
Yeah, don't do this. I mean, that's they got to
Yeah,
practice. 'Cause
they
I
edit.
sit
No,
there and
no,
I
I
can't do
think
it.
I
It's
think they
AI.
do this.
It's AI finger points.
No, I think this is real, and then they go back and they superimpose the text. They edit it in post.
Yeah.
I don't think.
You know, men don't go on a second date
Pew,
with me
pew,
when
pew,
they
pew.
find out I'm,
Do you have a dick? What? I don't.
you kind of are expecting that when you see them because you're like, that looks like a mannish, and then they do that like quick jump cut that's
Yeah.
like them maybe in lingerie that if you were trying to slow it down, you're like click, 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 click.
Are
And
they
I'm
do
sitting
this?
there
And they've got hairier pits than I do.
And I know it's my fault for like clicking on.
Oh, yep. I know. I own it. Yep.
Because I the first time I like you just like, what the shit is this? Click. Is that painted on? Oh my god! And now it's just painted on bodysuits every fucking third video.
Yes, I
And
know.
you're just like, I'm not a deviant. God damn it! It's
as long
face-
as it's
on my
as long
feed
as
with-
it's here,
on my feed.
that's how they get you.
It's painted bodysuits, rescue puppies,
And
cooking
robots,
shows, and robots.
and cowboy, and guys making cowboy hats.
Guys making cowboy hats. But I sleep really good at night, so it's okay.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Oh god, that was just a lid on a jar, not the jar lid. So I picked something up and thought I just, was going to spill it all over the desk. Oh my god.
If a random jar list on your jar lid on your desk. Let's try saying that again.
It's embarrassing the amount of shit that's just strewn about.
Yeah.
I do the thing where I clean up one corner and you're like, man, that looks good. And then you lay down and you're like, oh, look, it's a new episode of Andor. And and then you wake up a couple hours later and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to bed.
The other night Laura was sick. I caught up on. I'm way behind on Invincible, so I watched like 3 episodes of Invincible, and I'm like, I should probably go to bed before another one starts.
Nope.
No, I did.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it was the end of season 2, so I got season 3 to go. So I was like, this is a good break point. I
Yeah.
really like that show, but I really like those books. So they've done a pretty faithful adaptation of the books.
No, I like the show. I've not read the book.
Also, Walton Goggins.
Which one
He's
is he?
Cecil.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
He's
Walt's
everywhere,
around.
man.
He's everywhere, man. He's a Mason. Beware. Walt's everywhere. He is also the unicorn.
It's true. Saw a picture. This will be the end. We'll end on Goggins talk. Somebody had posted his 1980.
Is that the total of the episode is Goggins talk
Maybe.
or whatever? You're the Goggins.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me write that down. Because I had got to get to counting and costing, but so somebody had found his 1989 senior yearbook picture and posted it online, and he had like the tall spiky hair, and the first 2 comments were the best. The first one was, how has he always looked 50? Because he looks exactly the same in the picture. And the second one was, that hairline never stood a chance because it was already back here. Those are the 2, most accurate comments I've ever seen.
Oh,
How did he
wow.
always look 50? Yeah. So with that little joyous bit of Goggins talk, we're going to call episode
Goggins talk.
88 of Slurp Toast, a podcast. That's it, kids. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Until then, I'm still Bruce.
I'm still Steve, and
And Trey Boucher.
I got nothing. Trebuchet, amigos.